Hello, amazing people. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Amazing Grace with Bosse. On this show, we are committed to living a happy and fulfilling life, no matter the circumstances or the hand you have been dealt. We want to educate, inform, and inspire you to live your best life. Life is not what we can cherry pick. If we could, we will always pick the best. But life happens. So it's up to you to make lemonade out of lemons. Let me thank all my subscribers. Your comments and encouragement makes all of this so worthwhile. So if you have not subscribed to Amazing Grace with Bosse, do so right away. Click on the subscribe button and the notification bell, okay? We are still in the month of March, the month dedicated to women. And we are still bringing to light some of the challenges and issues that women face, especially in relationships, with regards to pursuing their dreams and pursuing a career or business. We will continue the discussion on destiny helpers and destiny killers. And that's because I got quite a number of calls, messages, and reactions. And it appears that there are more destiny killers than destiny helpers. We don't have the statistics, but we know women suffer the most in the world. Africans generally don't talk much about their problems. That's how we have been trained. We have this culture of silence. And the general saying that you cannot wash your dirty linen in public. And indeed, we all have dirty linens. Unfortunately, the culture of silence in our society and even religion has become enablers of very bad and ugly behavior, allowing narcissists to get away with evil. This thinking that women are to be seen and not heard should stop. And mothers, we are the first contact to our sons, who now become men and husbands. We are their first teacher, so we have a lot of work to do. We must start from when our sons are infants to tell them to respect women and let them know that they are not superior to their sisters. Our daughters are not second-class citizens. I have 3 sons and a daughter. My sons are not more superior to my daughter. Mbanu. I don't know about you. My daughter is not a second-class citizen. The average African woman has trained her daughter to know that the man is the head of the home. There's no argument about that. A husband must be accorded that respect. Our daughters know that they should submit to their husbands. They are also aware that the man should love and honor them. By the way, I don't know of any woman who wants to be the head of the home. We love the neck position because indeed the stress of being a head is a lot. Our daughters have dreams and aspirations. So can you imagine your daughter, after all the training and investments in them and her own personal dreams, to do exploits and be the best that she can be? And then a man comes along to marry her, and because he's the head of the family, tells her to sit down at home and do nothing because of his inferiority complex. That is not going to happen. But unfortunately, our society is such that once a woman questions some of these unhealthy and wicked decisions, all hell breaks loose. The next thing you will hear is, the Bible said I am the head of the home. You must be submissive. You cannot question my authority. Okay now, I am wondering, the Bible has Genesis to Revelation. How come most men only know that part of the Bible? They don't seem to see the part that says, a man shall leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. One flesh meaning what is good for you is good for me. Cleave means to adhere firmly, closely, loyally, and unwavering. Unfortunately, the domineering, controlling, selfish, and egoistic my way or the highway behavior of some men is the cause of most of the troubles and breakdown of families today. Please come with me and be the judge and tell me what you think about these true life stories. Are these people destiny helpers or destiny killers? I need your honest comments. The first story goes like this, a true life story. A man with a degree marries a beautiful young girl with National Certificate of Education (NCE), and she wants to go for a degree program. And the husband says, you can't go yet because both of us cannot have the same qualification. As the head of the home, he felt he had to have a higher qualification than his wife and told his wife to wait until he gets his master's degree before she even thinks of collecting the form to go back to school to get her degree. The woman obeys, reluctantly, but she did. 4 years down the line, the man shows no sign of going to get his master's. She brings the matter up again. The man ignores her and says she should continue to wait. She gets tired of waiting and so proceeds to take the form and start a part-time program, and all hell broke loose. What do you think? Is this man a destiny killer or what? Was the woman wrong to pursue her education, or should she have continued to wait for her Lord and Master until thy kingdom come? There's another story. 3 children are sent out of school for not paying school fees. Their mother does everything. Pays house rent, pays school fees, feeds the family. The husband is just an observer. The children are home for a number of days, and the woman manages to raise the money for school fees. She gives the money to her cousin who lives with them to go to the school and pay the fees to the school bursar, because she had to travel very early in the morning. Mind you, this was before the advent of mobile phones. She left very early for her trip, and the husband collected the school fees from the cousin and told him that he would take the children to school and pay the fees. The unsuspecting cousin gave him the money. And of course, he dropped the children in school, didn't pay the bursar, and took off with the money. The wife did not see him for about 2 months. She had to look for another money to pay the fees. Is this husband a destiny helper or a destiny killer? The third story. A man marries a young girl of 18. She had just finished high school and promised the family that she would go to school after 2 children. The family agrees, and they get married. After 2 children, the man says, I think it's better for you to have all the children we want before you go back to school. She didn't like it, but she did. She was not happy about it, but she obeyed. She goes on to have 3 more children, making 5. Now she's 30 years old and wants to go back to school. She tells her husband, and his response was, are you serious? Who do you plan to leave the children for? And he goes on to say, you don't need to go to school. You are beautiful and I like you like this. After all, we are comfortable. You don't lack anything. And besides, once the children succeed, you succeed too. What type of husband is this? What would you advise a woman in this predicament to do? She wants to keep her home. A woman has a job in the civil service. She sells vegetable oil on the side, and she uses a room in her house to store the vegetable oil, and the business is booming. And one day she was playing love and told her husband that her business is really good and that the profit is more than her civil service salary. The man says, "Oh, really? You have to start paying rent for the room you're using for storage." She said she thought it was a joke. She resisted. And when there was no peace in the house, and the man changed the keys to the room where she kept her goods, she had to start paying rents. Is he a destiny helper or a destiny killer? These are just 4 true life stories. Situations like this abound. If women come together to tell you what they have to endure to keep their marriages, you will be alarmed. The question is, why? The only difference between a male and the female gender is the genitalia and some genetic differences. Other than that, human beings are the same. They have emotions. They feel pain the same way. Why will you want to frustrate a woman that is supposed to be your helpmate? The rule we should all live by is to do unto others what we want them to do unto us. We're all human beings. Let's not forget that one day we will all die and leave this earth. What would you like to be remembered for? A terrorist? A wife beater? A drunkard? An enemy of progress? A destiny killer? What do you want to be remembered for? There's so many good things about our culture. Let's stop taking advantage of the fact that part of our culture enables the oppression of women. Break that circle of wickedness, meanness, oppression, and intimidation today. The millennials and Generation Z are not having it. The earlier men start to adjust their ways, the better for everybody. And that's a show for today. Until I come your way next time, be nice. Please like, share, and subscribe to Amazing Grace with Bossa.